Hi everyone, my name's Kate Bailey and I'm the River Derwent Partnership Officer for the Yorkshire Derwent Catchment Partnership. I'm just going to briefly speak to you about stakeholder engagement from a catchment partnership perspective. So we've been up and running since 2016 and we've built some really good relationships with our partners. We're a really active catchment partnership and everyone does contribute to the work as well. So just a map here to locate yourself. So we're up in North Yorkshire and we're a really varied catchment in terms of sort of habitat and landscape and species. Just wanted really to highlight the importance of water level management in the catchment, so both high and low flows. So unfortunately we do have a number of communities and properties that are at risk of flooding. And the River Derwent's also a major source of drinking water for Yorkshire. So we identified as a catchment partnership that NFM can play a part in managing both these high and low flow events. So we've got 5 aims as a catchment partnership, and I've highlighted the second one, which is the most relevant to this talk. Under each aim, we've got a number of targets, some of which are quite ambitious. So just highlighting the sort of real need to work in partnership with all our stakeholders to achieve these. So I'm going to focus for this presentation quickly on our Derwent Villages project. This was one of the DEFRA community scale projects which we delivered across 3 years. So when the project proposal was put forward, these are new areas that we've never worked in before. So we really were starting from scratch with no sort of contact or local knowledge. So just wanted to show this map, which sort of shows overlaps and links with our partners. So within the sub-catchments, we've got Yorkshire Wildlife Trust land, land owned and managed by the Forestry Commission, the National Trust. We've got a landscape partnership project, and we've got an AONB and also the North York Moors National Park. So what we really did from the very start of the project was to work really closely with our partners to sort of harness their local knowledge and their existing relationships that with landowners that have been built up over many years for us to go in and engage with landowners about NFM and about the project. So just a couple of photos here. So the photo on the left hand side, you can see some leaky dams that we put in. This is on private landowner, so the approach we took in this area was to work very closely with the AONB. So the AONB officer had some really good relationships with local people, and he was able to go in and have those initial conversations with the landowners to provide more information about NFM and about the project, and obviously get permission to pass on contact details to myself. So I think we really would have struggled going straight in with sort of having no contacts or local relationships. Also with the fact that, you know, NFM as a concept is quite new to many people. So photo on the right hand side, we're fortunate to have a landowner that's really engaged with the catchment partnership, who owns land in one of the target areas. So he was really interested in trying lots of new things, and he also offered to be a demo site. So we had a really good sort of farm walk with one of the local facilitation fund groups. So that sort of enabled us to engage with a much wider audience outside the sort of initial target area of the project. Again, second slide just to show the importance of partnership working. So we're fortunate to have land owned and managed by the Forestry Commission and the National Trust in the target area. Obviously they're very conservation minded, really open to new ideas, and we were able to sort of work together to, you know, design and trial a few different NFM interventions, which was really good. Great to work with the Forestry Commission, as they've actually got quite a lot of land in the upper catchment, which would be really well placed for sort of a more wider NFM project. So just coming back to the topic of the talk, so I think one of the best ways to develop sort of more catchment-wide NFM work is to work as a catchment partnership and sort of continue with the catchment-based approach, which is what we follow. We can't know it all. Partners, they've got links to interested parties, we're in contact with all the relevant organisations, got a really good network set up, really good communication, so we can connect with wider stakeholders, with local communities, with farmers, and we can use the power of social media to promote NFM and sort of the benefits that it brings. And also as a catchment partnership, we're eligible to apply for a lot of funding for this sort of work. So I think we're really well placed, to develop NFM within our catchment, working as a catchment partnership. Thank you very much for listening.